Offside Sports rolls on from the Loft 100 studios here in Southern California. Presented by Turtlebox Audio. Find their incredible lineup of portable speakers at turtleboxaudio.com. And as always, thank you to Harry Arnett, Mark Wahlberg, and everybody at Municipal for being the official wardrobe sponsor of Offside Sports. Municipal, bet on yourself. Find them at municipal.com. And if you are a member of the Municipal family already, send us a screenshot of you in your Municipal gear, and we'll let our worldwide TV and radio audience see how good you look wearing it. Just send your pics to Sean Mercer, SeanMercer, at sullyent.com. And the pics today come in from one Cheese Costa. Yes, my yellow Labrador Retriever loves his Municipal blanket that Harry brought in the studio. And there's also a picture of him laying on my Municipal t-shirts in my closet. He has every single morning as I'm getting dressed, He goes into my closet, and if I've dropped a sock or a shirt or something on the floor, grabs it and runs out every single stinking day.
He's the cutest dog.
But yeah, send us your pics of you guys gussied up in your Municipal gear, and we'll send them out, give you guys a little a shout out. We've been talking about the NCAA and the House ruling that has done away with 3 antitrust lawsuits, and now the schools, Division I schools, are eligible to pay their student athletes. Each school will receive, Dave, I think it's $20.8 million in this year, 25-26 coming up. And then what effectively is a salary cap will go up, Allison, each year. And it's probably, at some point, it's a 10-year deal. It'll get to the point where it's going to have to, tell me if you've heard this before, renegotiated. And now maybe the college athletes are going to go out on strike because they're not getting enough money. It does not affect Title IX as far as the women's sports are concerned. They're going to share in the booty, as they say, as much as everybody else. But, you know, in college sports, there's 2 sports that make the most money. And one sport, Division I football, makes 20 times as much money as men's basketball does. Yeah. Men's basketball makes a ton of money for the NCAA because the tournament is not a big money maker. Division I football is, and it's been that way for the longest time. You both are parents of former Division I football players. Dave, your son Josh played at Alabama 2015, 2016, backed up future Super Bowl champion Jalen Hurts. While a member of the Crimson Tide. The back pay portion of what this settlement includes is $2.8 billion.
With a B.
That'll be back paid to student athletes all the way back to 2016.
Good.
You're about to be you're about to be incredibly rich if your son's a good son.
Yeah. No, the deal is, knowing my son, he's going to say, I don't know, I'm going to have to talk him into filling out the paperwork. I just know him to go, I don't want to do it. Because he's going to say, as you said, he was a backup. Loved his time at Alabama.
Right.
Completely has changed his life. Right now, the job he has is because Nick Saban wrote him a great letter, and he has a great life where he's living right now. But he will tell you, I got an education from there. I was a good student. I experienced things in life that I would never experience anywhere else. And he's going to feel like, I got enough. I just know him and his character. He's not going to try and chase that money.
Do me a favor. Do you have like a cast iron skillet at home?
Yeah, bang him right in the head.
Yeah, the next time he comes home, boom, El Kabong right in the head.
If he would say, look, if I was playing all the time, I want my back pay. But I'm telling you, he's going to think in his mind, no, I didn't do enough.
But he can take the money and start a scholarship at his high school, or maybe even start a scholarship, the backup quarterback Josh Palet scholarship fund at Alabama.
That'd be great.
I mean, at least take hold of it and then do something with it.
Well, there was a deadline, and that deadline has passed.
Okay.
So he's not getting the money.
Probably.
We just wasted 5 minutes. Anyhow, Allison, your son Ben, wide receiver, Division I level.
Yep.
Couple different schools.
Yep. He did all his undergrad at Houston Baptist and then went on to Western Kentucky for his grad transfer year. And he did apply. He did put in the paperwork.
Good.
And yeah, he's going to get about, he was in Conference USA. So he's going to get probably, I think he said between $10,000 and $12,000 paid out over 10 years.
That's not, see,
so
I like the fact that the NCAA is trying to make good, or Congress is trying to make good on behalf of
Yeah.
student athletes that have played Division I sports going back to 2016. But like we talked about, football is the driver. Dave, we were talking before the show, and we'll use University of Alabama as the example. How many does the stadium?
Okay, so the stadium is over 100,000 people.
It is over
in that-
100, okay.
In that stadium, and at the same time, there are only 99,000 people in the city of Tuscaloosa. So I mean, as I was joking around with you, if you're going to commit a crime, do it during a football game. But my point is, the program makes a ton of money. So does Ohio
much
State.
money.
So does Notre Dame, right?
Michigan.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Texas.
Alabama football, I think, makes $100 million a year.
Yeah.
You know, just from the football program. Now, Mike and I were San Diego State alums. Now, if you go to a girls' basketball game, there's no one there but the parents of the girls that are playing.
Yeah.
So the money isn't even close to being equal on what the benefits are. Now, boys' baseball, same thing. There's no one there but the parents of the kids that are playing.
Yep.
So football is the driving force at most of these schools.
It funds all the other sports.
Yes.
It does, and I'm not saying that somebody on the men's tennis team at University of Arkansas, they're working hard, they're busting their asses just like everybody else out there. But it does, when you boil it down, you get down to brass tacks, what is bringing in the money, what's bringing in the excitement? And Allison, back to what you said in the first segment about there are the people who say, you know, what about those poor kids, and Dave, you mentioned it too, that are, you know, got the school loans, want to go to school for the education, and maybe because an athlete is given priority as far as registration is concerned, is missing out on getting that class because so and so, you know, got that slot because they're a football player or that type of thing. But you know, I have this sneaky suspicion that in trying to make it fair, and in trying to bring everybody into the financial fold, they have opened up a Pandora's box that I think in the next 10 years is going to blow up in their face, because now coaches are the arbiters as far as let's say for a football team, they are the arbiters of who gets what.
Yeah.
It's not as if you and I are on the team, I'm a starting quarterback, you're a third string center, we're going to get the same money. No, coach is going to decide how much money you're going to get, how much I'm going to get. And if the NIL hasn't done it already, what sort of rift does that bring between teammates?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things that are going to happen, right? I mean, you're talking about work stoppages coming up. You're going to have people that are going to boycott certain games.
Right.
You know, all of a sudden, guess what? You know, we have a big game against Tennessee. I don't think I'm playing. I'm not happy with my cut. And whenever you bring money into any situation, it can cause problems. And one of the best things to me about when high school guys are getting paid too, we aren't even into that thing yet. But when you're into, you know, college sports and now guys are getting paid, let's say Mike's getting more than I'm getting, it doesn't feel like we're on the same team anymore.
Yep.
We aren't teammates at the same level trying to achieve the same goal. Our opponent used to be the scoreboard, and now my opponent not only is the other team the scoreboard, it's also Mike.
Well, and with the transfer portal too, people are just jumping to where they might, you know, feel they're going to get a bigger paycheck.
Yeah.
And it's, you're right about the camaraderie of the team. College sports was about that, especially college football. I mean, that's what it was. And these kids played because, yes, they wanted to get to the next level, but they played because just to be on a college field was such a big deal. And so now when there's money, I mean, money changes everything. It changes friendships, families, relationships. I mean,
all the time.
It changes everythwhen So it's going to change this also.
These feel-good sports movies are going to suck in the future.
Yeah.
Remember if you were a senior in high school and you played your final game of your sport, whether that was in the regular season, the playoffs, maybe the state finals, there are so many guys and girls out there that are just like, I just want to continue to play. Yeah. And especially if you're a female basketball player, female softball player, track and field. I mean, the options go like this. They narrow significantly, where guys have maybe a little better footing as far as continuing their careers. And it now has, there are still all those athletes out there that want to do that. Yeah. But now it's just like, man, I just get me to college on some sort of scholarship to make it on some sort of team, and it's a payday.
We use the keyword team. I mean, it doesn't feel like the team aspect doesn't feel the same anymore. Like, let's say we're playing a big football game. Mike drops a big pass at the end of a game. The teammate goes up to that guy, picks him up, and go, "You'll get him next time."
Yeah.
Now it's, "Hey, nice catch, Rockefeller." You know what I mean? The guys are talking trash because Mike's making more money than me, and that guy's dropping balls in key situations. Now it doesn't feel the same.
I hope that there are players that still feel that, though. Like, if my son could still be playing college football, he still would be playing, you know.
All right, what is it like to build and own a state-of-the-art sports arena? We're going to find out. We're going to visit with the co-founder and CEO of Front Wave Arena, Josh Elias. Coming up next is Offside Sports continues.